Listen, KASPA terrifies me, and it's not terrifying me in the sense that something's wrong with KASPA or that something can go wrong, but it's terrifying because a lot of people are gonna get wrecked. And the reason I'm saying this is because I see a lot of similarities between KASPA, XRP, SafeMoon, even Solana, and even Bitcoin. And no, I'm not talking about the tech, I'm not talking about tokenomics here. Hear me out. I'm talking about the people invested in KASPA and their expectations of returns when it comes to KASPA. Now, I'm not saying KASPA is not bullish. I'm extremely bullish on KASPA. I own KASPA. I have invested in KASPA. But I want to address a couple of things when it comes to KASPA. One is the community, and two is the tech, because I think people are pretty confused, to say the least. See, when it comes to my analysis in cryptocurrency, I have a few factors I look at, the main one being technical analysis. But I'm also a contrarian, and I also have some laws, if you will, Paul's laws or the factors laws that I look at and I take into account. And one of those laws, or one of those principles, may be a better term, is that most people are not going to get rich overnight. They're not going to be billionaires overnight, especially if they're stupid people, especially if they're rude people, especially if they don't deserve to be rich. And even if they do get rich, they end up not being rich for long because of various reasons, because of their mindset, because they can't take profits, which is where I'm gonna get to. So when I see comments in my comment section about KASPA, like how I'm a big idiot, how I don't understand KASPA, how I don't understand what I'm talking about, how the creator of KASPA is actually Satoshi Nakamoto, and how KASPA is gonna go to heights never seen before in a relatively fast time, making everybody a millionaire, that's a red flag. Especially when I have to delete most of these comments because they get toxic, they're energy draining, and they're just completely stupid. They're completely idiotic. There's no other way to put this. I'm sorry. And look, I've seen this with the XRP army when I called to get out before the SEC debacle. I was right about it, and you still see them arguing today when all their points have been proven wrong. The price did not move, the switches did not switch, and even when they did switch, we did not see XRP go to $10,000, $25,000 overnight, letting us miss the train. Instead, XRP is not doing anything right now. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying XRP is bad. I actually hold XRP. I think it's going to do very well, but it's not going to make all these people, these morons, these idiots, billionaires and millionaires. It's just not. That's not how this works. So in XRP's case, the price didn't move. It's pretty low. I mean, there was a bull run. Everybody and their mother made money, except the XRP army, which were fixated on XRP and didn't diversify like I was telling them to, at the very least. And the irony is when it starts moving and it does go up, most people won't take profits, getting greedy, expecting those much higher profits that are just not going to happen, and they're going to get wrecked. The same thing happened with SafeMoon when I called the top. I called the top of SafeMoon, I told everyone to get out, and I had the same comments, even people asking me or telling me I should die of cancer, which I was fighting at the time. Sorry, I survived 3 times. The question is, are you going to survive in cryptocurrency though? Because the way things are going, you're all broke. It never went up again. You lost a lot of money. And every year, every 6 months or so, I get comments, oh, just going to see what's going to happen in the future. Nothing is going to happen. You're wrecked. Accept it. And even if in the future it does go up, you could have made a lot more if you just listened. Just accept it. If you don't accept it, fixed mindset, you'll never make it. With Solana, I called Solana at $2. At $75, everyone was telling you to get out. I told you to stay till 150, and if it breaks 150, we're going to see 250. That's when I called the top in Solana, by the way, and people didn't believe me. So what's my point here? Where am I getting at? Look, I'm getting a lot of comments calling me an idiot, just like the XRP army back then, just like the SafeMoon army back then, in the same sort of childish behavior and hate behavior, that I'm an idiot, that I don't understand what's going on, that I don't understand DAGs, and that KASPA is going to go much higher than Bitcoin, it's better than Ethereum, and all these stupid comments. And I'm thinking to myself this, my price prediction for KASPA is right here. I'll also leave it at the end of the video and down below, so you don't have to go now, but it's right here in this card, and it says it can go to 92 cents to $1.30. Then we reevaluate. So we take profits, we reevaluate, and we still have a bag if it goes higher, and we can see if it goes up more, comes back down, we can buy more. We still have a bag in case we missed the trade. It's a logical way to trade or invest into crypto. You look at levels, you look at ranges, and you play off of them. You don't just go all in like you would at a $2 hooker in Taiwan and end up getting a disease and getting wrecked. Not the best example I could think of at the time, but you understand what I'm saying. Warren Buffett says don't jump in a river with both feet. I'm saying don't jump into a $2 hooker without protection. As a matter of fact, you should not jump into a $2 hooker, generally speaking. It's kind of like having sex with a stripper. This is going in another direction, but it's kind of like having sex with a stripper. You're in a strip club, the stripper is dancing, she kind of likes you a little bit more, you kind of like her, you end up going in, and you know you're not supposed to, you're not wearing a condom, but it feels so good, and you know you need to stop, but oh my God, I'm probably gonna die, but it feels good. Yeah, that's kind of what it's like. It's kind of what it's like with crypto. Hey, Paul here real quick. This video you're watching is not sponsored, so I guess it's sponsored by me. So if you want to work with me one-on-one or check out my courses, they're actually linked down below this video, where you can also find some valuable free webinars just for you. Please like this video and let's get back to the video you were watching. Now, as for the tech of Kaspa, it is revolutionary. It is great tech. It's newer tech. It works faster. It is capable of doing things that Bitcoin can't do, at least not as fast. Except that Bitcoin doesn't need to do these things. See, you have to understand, whether you're talking about a blockchain or a DAG, they're pretty much blockchains. They're layer 1 blockchains. I mean, what is a blockchain? A blockchain is a string of data. It's pretty much a ledger. Its magic comes from decentralization and cryptocurrency. A blockchain on its own, it's pretty boring. Now, granted, a DAG uses a different mechanism to be able to pass data onto this blockchain. And yes, you can say it's a DAG for marketing purposes or to differentiate the tech and understand it. And it is newer and it is faster, but that does not always mean better. For example, A, it's less decentralized. B, it's more vulnerable to attacks. C, it's new, so there's no proof of concept yet. And D, if you really want to take it there, listen, Kaspa is not the first blockchain, not the first cryptocurrency to use DAGs. I mean, Phantom uses DAGs and so does IOTA. As a matter of fact, IOTA first implemented DAGs in 2016. Have a look at the IOTA price, see how that went for them. Did that take them to the moon? Also, a lot of people are talking about how DAGs or how Kaspa utilizes less energy than Bitcoin and doesn't need miners. Yes, I understand that, but you have to understand energy consumption is a feature. It has to be expensive. Hard sound money, if you take the concept of hard sound money, nothing else, it has to be expensive, it has to be rare. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. And look, if you want to understand why, I explain right here at this video here, I'll also leave it in the description down below and at the end of the video, about how Bitcoin's expensive energy consumption is a feature when it comes to hard sound money, because you need to understand this, you need to understand how money works, and understand this to be able to understand Bitcoin, and that's where all the confusion is. Bitcoin is not trying to compete with anything. It's its own thing. Now, please, I know in the comment section down below, people are going to start talking about microtransactions and so on. This Lightning Network, and I know a lot of people are saying Lightning Network doesn't work, but you're just quoting it. Do you understand it? Have you used it? Because it works fine. It still needs to be implemented. It still needs to be upgraded or be used more effectively, but it's fine. It works. Anyway, where am I getting at? Look, Kaspa is a great cryptocurrency. I love Kaspa. I hold Kaspa. I think it's going to do great. I think it can make us a lot of money, but it's new tech. It's relatively new tech. We don't know how it's going to go. It doesn't have sound money principles. It's less decentralized, but it can compete with Bitcoin on other aspects. I'm with you on that. But if you think it's going to go to $10,000, replace Ethereum, replace Bitcoin, and just go up to the moon, and it's the only cryptocurrency you're holding because that's the only one, and you think the creator or founder is Satoshi Nakamoto, I have news for you. You're going to get wrecked. Many of you wrecked again. Anyway, check out my video right here on Kaspa, how much Kaspa you actually need to become a millionaire, and yes, it is possible. Or check out what Bitcoin is down here and why energy is actually a feature, not a problem. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.